Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're talking about a special member of the United States Mint's iconic 50 state quarters program, the Kentucky State Quarter, released in 2001. Now, you might be thinking, I've seen that one before. It's just another quarter, right? But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see why this specific coin has become one of the most talked about and potentially most valuable quarters ever minted in America. Let's start with the design, because that's where the Kentucky quarter really shines. On the reverse side of this coin, you'll find a beautiful image of a majestic thoroughbred horse standing behind a wooden fence, gazing at the famous Federal Hill Mansion, known to many as my old Kentucky home. This design pays tribute to Kentucky's deep ties to horse racing, Southern heritage, and its rich cultural history. It's not just currency, it's a snapshot of American identity. But here's where things get truly fascinating. Not all Kentucky quarters were created equal. While the U.S. Mint produced millions of them for general circulation, only a tiny fraction were struck with errors, mistakes made during the minting process that turned these ordinary quarters into extremely rare and highly collectible treasures. Some of these errors include double die obverse, where the lettering or images appear slightly duplicated due to a shift during the stamping process. Others include off-center strikes, where the entire design is shifted noticeably to one side. There are even reports of die breaks. Those are cracks in the minting die that leave dramatic, jagged lines across the coin's surface, often called cuds by collectors. Now here's something that gets true numismatists, the coin experts, very excited. A few Kentucky quarters have been discovered with even more unusual flaws. These include coins struck on the wrong metal planchets, meaning they were accidentally printed on a blank intended for another denomination, such as a dime or even a foreign coin. These kinds of errors are incredibly rare and highly sought after in the collecting world. And when rarity meets demand, that's when prices go through the roof. Of course, the condition of the coin matters just as much as the error itself. A Kentucky state quarter with a rare mint error that's also in uncirculated, mint state condition, free of scratches, stains, or signs of wear, is the kind of coin that turns heads at auctions. It's the kind of coin that collectors dream about, search years for, and are willing to pay top dollar to own. But here's where things get really jaw-dropping. One extremely rare Kentucky state quarter from 2001, featuring a unique and significant minting error, combined with flawless preservation, has been reported to carry an estimated value of up to $80,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin worth 25 cents at face value could be worth $80,000 under the right conditions. So, if you're the kind of person who saves change in a jar, flips through quarters at the gas station, or has a childhood collection sitting in a drawer somewhere, now is the time to take a closer look. You might be holding something truly special and not even realize it. Top 2, we're talking about a coin that's caused a massive buzz among collectors. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but if you spot the rare detail, you could be holding something incredibly valuable. Get ready, because today we're taking a closer look at the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter, and why this little piece of change could be worth far more than 25 cents. Let's start with a little background. In 2004, as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program, the state of Wisconsin got its turn to be featured on the back of the nation's most common coin. The design is charming and true to the state's agricultural roots. On the reverse, you'll find a proud dairy cow standing next to a round of cheese and an ear of corn, with the motto "Forward" written above. Sounds simple, right? But here's where things get really interesting. Among the millions of Wisconsin quarters minted that year, a few slipped through with a mysterious and very valuable difference. Something so small, most people never even noticed it. That tiny difference? A leaf. Yes, a leaf. Now, here's the twist that has collectors scrambling. Some 2004 Wisconsin quarters have what's become known as an extra leaf error. On these rare versions of the coin, the ear of corn has either an extra leaf pointing upward or an extra leaf pointing downward, and these weren't part of the original design. no one knows for sure how these extra leaves got there. Some believe it was a die gouge, a damage to the minting tool. Others think it may have been an intentional addition by someone at the mint. Either way, these variations created two extremely rare error coins, the extra leaf high and the extra leaf low. Now let me tell you, these aren't just fun little quirks. There's serious business in the world of numismatics. These error coins are incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay big money for them, especially if the coin is in excellent condition. Oh, how do you know if you have one of these rare Wisconsin quarters? Take a look at the ear of corn on the reverse side of the coin. If you see an extra leaf sticking out beneath or above the husk, you may be looking at a treasure. You'll want to use a magnifying glass, or better yet, take it to a coin shop or grading service to be sure. Now, let's talk about condition, because condition is everything. A Wisconsin quarter with an extra leaf error that's been circulated and shows heavy wear might still fetch a few hundred or even a couple of $1,000s. But if you happen to find one in mint state condition, untouched, uncirculated, clean, and crisp, well, that's when things get serious. Collectors and auction houses go wild for these kinds of coins. Some lucky finders have walked away with checks that turn heads and change lives. And here's the part you've all been waiting for. One verified example of the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter with a rare extra leaf error, in absolutely pristine, uncirculated condition, was valued at an astonishing $77,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single quarter, just 25 cents at face value, but with the right error and condition, worth $77,000. So the next time you get change from the grocery store or crack open your old coin jar, take a second look. You never know what kind of hidden treasure might be waiting for you in plain sight. It could be a once-in-a-lifetime find, and all it takes is a keen eye and a little curiosity. Top 3 today's spotlight is on the United States State Quarter from Nebraska, minted in 2006. This coin is part of the historic 50 State Quarters program, one of the most beloved coin series in U.S. history. But as with all great stories, this one has a twist, because while millions of these quarters were produced, just a small number contain a rare error that turns them from everyday change into collector gold. Let's start with the design, because it's truly something special. The reverse side of the 2006 Nebraska quarter features a dramatic scene from the state's history, an image of a covered wagon crossing the prairie, led by oxen, with the massive sandstone formation known as Chimney Rock rising in the background. The image captures the spirit of the pioneers who braved the Oregon Trail and helped shape the American West. It's a tribute to courage, determination, and the journey toward opportunity. But sometimes, even the best plans take an unexpected turn, and in the world of coin minting, that can mean serious value for collectors. Among the many Nebraska quarters released in 2006, a very small number have been discovered with a rare and dramatic minting error. This error is what's known in the coin world as a double die, where the coin's design was stamped twice by the die, slightly off-center each time, creating a doubling effect. When this happens, certain parts of the design, like the lettering, numbers, or even the wagon and oxen, can appear slightly doubled or shadowed. For the trained eye, it's a thrilling sight, but that's not all. Some versions of the Nebraska quarter have also shown off-center strikes, where the entire design is shifted on the coin's surface, leaving an uneven or blank border on one side. These types of errors are extremely rare in modern coinage, and when found in excellent condition, they can be worth far more than their face value. Another error to watch for is the clipped planchet, a manufacturing flaw where a portion of the metal blank is missing, leaving a curved cut along the coin's edge. These are striking to see and even more striking when appraised as why are these errors so valuable? Well, it all comes down to rarity and demand. The average Nebraska State quarter might be worth just 25 cents, but a version with a clear, dramatic error that's also in mint condition, no scratches, no signs of wear, perfectly preserved from the moment it left the mint, that kind of coin becomes a trophy piece for serious collectors. These coins are often graded by professional services and can sell at high-end auctions or private sales for amounts that most people wouldn't believe. And while it's not guaranteed that you'll find one, the possibility alone has inspired thousands of collectors and treasure hunters to check every quarter that passes through their hands. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. 1 extremely rare 2006 Nebraska State quarter, featuring a highly unusual mint error and preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition, has been valued as high as $75,000. That's right. A coin worth just 25 cents at the register could actually be worth $75,000 to the right collector if it has the right combination of rarity and condition. So before you spend your change or dump it into a machine, take a closer look. You never know what kind of treasure might be right under your nose. The next valuable coin might be hiding in your pocket right now, just waiting to be discovered. Top 4, we're diving into another coin that looks totally ordinary until you take a closer look. This is more than just a quarter. It's a story, a mystery, and for a few lucky people, it's a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. In this video, we're exploring the 2005 United States West Virginia State Quarter. This coin is part of the legendary 50 State Quarters series from the U.S. Mint, one of the most successful coin programs in American history. Over 10 years, each of the 50 states was honored with its own unique design, and West Virginia's quarter is one of the most visually striking in the entire series. Let's begin with the design, because this coin truly captures a moment of beauty and engineering. On the reverse side, you'll find an incredible depiction of the New River Gorge Bridge, an architectural marvel that stretches across the New River and once held the title of the world's longest steel arch bridge. This symbol of strength and innovation stands proudly above the flowing river, surrounded by the rugged landscape of the Appalachian Mountains. The words New River Gorge are engraved beneath the scene, marking West Virginia's pride and natural splendor. But this video isn't just about beauty. It's about value. Hidden among the millions of 2005 West Virginia quarters are a small handful of coins with serious collector appeal. What makes these coins so special? The answer lies in rare minting errors, flaws that occurred during production, transforming a simple coin into a highly desirable and valuable collector's item. Let's talk about the most sought-after types of errors. First up, double die errors. These occur when the die, used to stamp the coin, is misaligned slightly between strikes, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. On the West Virginia quarter, this doubling can appear on the words West Virginia, the date, or even the bridge structure itself. It might look like a shadow or a blur at first, but to collectors, it's like striking gold. Next, we have off-center strikes. These are coins where the design is shifted, often by several degrees, leaving a portion of the coin blank and the design off to one side. The more extreme the shift, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. There are also clipped planchets, coins that are missing a curved section because the blank wasn't cut properly at the mint. It's a dramatic-looking error that's easy to spot and extremely collectible. Now, here's where things get really exciting. A few West Virginia quarters have been discovered with striking errors on the wrong planchet. That means they were accidentally printed on a coin blank meant for another denomination, like a nickel or a foreign coin. These errors are incredibly rare and can command sky-high prices when they appear at auction. And as always, condition matters. A coin with an error that's also in uncirculated or mint state condition, free from wear, scratches, and damage, is where the big value lives. These coins are often graded by professional services, and the highest grade examples with dramatic errors are what collectors dream of owning. How much can one of these rare West Virginia quarters be worth? Now here comes the moment you've all been waiting for. A single 2005 West Virginia State Quarter, featuring a rare and well-documented minting error, preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition, has been valued at a stunning $73,000. That's right. A coin most people would spend without thinking twice, just 25 cents, could be worth $73,000 if it has the right error and is in the right condition. So before you drop that change in a vending machine or toss it into a tip jar, take a good look. That ordinary-looking West Virginia quarter could be a hidden gem. You might just be holding on to one of the rarest pieces of modern American coinage without even knowing it. Top 5, we're heading deep into the heart of Louisiana, to a coin that doesn't just honor nature. It might just reward you with a small fortune. So stick with me until the end, because we're taking a closer look at a remarkable piece of modern U.S. coinage. The 2015 Kisatchie National Forest Quarter. At first glance, this coin might not seem like anything special. It's one of many released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which ran from 2010 to 2021. Each coin in the series features a unique national park or historic site. And in 2015, Louisiana's Kisatchie National Forest got its moment to shine. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a bold and dynamic image of a wild turkey in flight, soaring above longleaf pine trees, with the name Kisatchie proudly inscribed. The forest, which spans over 600,000 acres, is home to countless plant and animal species. And this design pays tribute to both the untamed spirit of the land and the natural heritage of Louisiana. But what if I told you that a few of these coins carry something much more than artistic value? That's right. While millions of these quarters were minted for general circulation, only a tiny number contain rare minting errors that have sent collectors into a frenzy. These aren't your average coins. These are the kinds of quarters that end up in private collections, coin shows, and high-stakes auctions, fetching eye-watering prices for those lucky enough to find one. Let's talk about the kinds of errors that make a Kisatchie quarter truly valuable. One of the most famous and collectible errors is the double die, where the die that stamps the coin shifts between strikes, creating a doubling effect on the images or letters. On the Kisatchie quarter, that could show up in the word Kisatchie, Louisiana, or even in the details of the turkey's feathers. These small distortions, often invisible to the untrained eye, can be worth big money to the right buyer. Another sought-after variation? The off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't properly aligned during minting, causing the design to shift noticeably toward one edge of the coin, leaving blank space on the opposite side. The more off-center it is, while still keeping a readable date, the more valuable it becomes. And then there are struck-through errors, caused when a foreign object like grease, cloth, or debris gets between the die and the planchet, distorting part of the design. These are rare, bizarre, and completely unique. No two struck-through coins look exactly alike, and that makes them highly desirable to collectors who are always chasing that one-of-a-kind piece. Even more rare are coins struck on the wrong planchet. For example, if a Kisatchie quarter was accidentally struck on a dime blank. These are extremely unusual and almost never leave the mint, but when they do, they become the stuff of legend. But here's the kicker. Error alone isn't everything. What takes a coin from being interesting to extremely valuable is the condition. Coins that were pulled from circulation early or never circulated at all can be classified as mint state or even proof quality. If you find a Kisatchie quarter with a rare error and it's in pristine, untouched condition, you're not just holding a coin. You're holding something that could be life-changing. So, if you have a 2015 Kisatchie quarter sitting in a drawer, a coin jar, or hidden inside a collection passed down from a grandparent, now is the time to take a very close look. Examine the edges. Check the design. Use a magnifying glass if you need to. Because if you spot one of these rare features, you might be looking at a serious payday. Now, for the moment you've been waiting. 4.1 Rare 2015 Kisatchie National Forest quarter, featuring a highly unusual minting error and preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition, has been valued at an incredible $76,000. That's right. A single quarter, just 25 cents in face value, could be worth $76,000 if it has the right error, the right condition, and ends up in front of the right collector or auction house. Oh, don't ignore your change. Don't assume every quarter is the same. Because somewhere out there, someone is holding on to a tiny, shiny piece of metal. That's actually a small fortune in disguise. Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video fascinating and want to explore more rare and valuable coins, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to discover your next treasure. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and always check your change. You never know what's hiding in plain sight.